Today, I'm going to be showing you how to keep your bike clean throughout the winter. But before I do that, we need to go out and make sure she's nice and dirty. Right. So, pro tip when you're washing this off, it's snowing right now. It's definitely below freezing. So, you can't let your bike sit out too long or the components will start to freeze and that's no good. So, get it inside quick. Just wash all the big clumps of dirt off. Don't go into fine detail. Some of the supplies you might need for washing your bike may include a bucket, water, some sponges and soap, and water. Now you're ready to clean your bike. After hosing your bike off outside, you've now brought it into the garage or other facility you were using to clean it. You're going to want to make sure to remove the front and the back wheels so that you can clean your bike better and get access to the linkages and suspension. Tip for when removing your back wheel. If you have a clutch on your derailleur, make sure to use it. But if you don't, make sure at minimum it is in the smallest gear so that the chain slides away easy without grabbing the wheel or the cassette. Now that your wheels are removed, you're going to want to wash the bike down thoroughly with the hose or a spray bucket if you have one, or even just water. Make sure you really get everything, really make sure you can get as much dirt off as you can without using the sponge. Try not to use jet more than you have to, if you have to use it at all, because it can get in the bearings and damage your linkages and your bottom bracket. Alright, so when you're preparing your soap here in your bucket, you need to use a good soap. I use Dawn dish soap here, which is it's really good for cleaning off grease and on like your components when you go to re-grease them. And it's also really good for cleaning off the mud that's really stuck on your frame. Feel free to be liberal with the soap. You can also use other soaps like Armor All car soap. That works really good, and Turtle Wax. But this is my preference. It's really easy to get your hands on, so if you don't have any other choice, just use dish soap. It works great. That's what I use, and my bike always looks great. Pro tip number 3 here, when you go to wash your bike, wash starting with the seat top to bottom. Because when you start with the seat gets dirt up underneath it. You need to wash the dirt out from underneath the seat. Wash top to bottom, and do it 2 or 3 times, because dirt can get caught up in the components like the suspension linkages down here, or like the drivetrain up in the bottom bracket and that kind of thing, and it prevents it from really flowing down the bike. So make sure you get everything and do it a couple times. Make sure you repeat the wash phase until you're satisfied with the clean of your bike, and at that point we'll move on to the next pro tip. Scuffs, scratches, dirt marks you can't get off, magic eraser. Takes them right off like nothing. Makes like, I've got a big brown spot right there on my bike. Every time I get that, I just take this, dip it in some water, and just scrub it. It comes right off, makes the bike look like brand new. Pro tip, dry your bike. If there's any dirt left on it, the towel will pick it up and make sure it doesn't dry on the frame again. Final pro tip, make sure you wax your bike at the end. It makes it so that dirt doesn't stick as easily to the frame, and it also makes it so that water helps wash it off easier, so that you don't need to use as much soap, spend as much time scrubbing, or use such an abrasive material. Now that your bike frame is all done, it's onto the wheels. I like to save these for last because they're usually the dirtiest, and it makes sure that the water stays clean for your frame. Now, I like to use a more aggressive brush for the wheels, mostly because the wheels are a lot more durable than some of the components on the frame, and it really helps get the dirt out of some of the big grooves that you can get from sealing your tires up when you get in the rims. So, I don't use any wax or any products on the wheels because it can damage the rubber. All I use is just Dawn dish soap and the soapy water. And don't forget to do your hub of the wheel and your disc brake, because the soap really helps get all the grease off the disc brake and make it so you have increased stopping power when you really need it. Once your wheels are clean and your bike is clean, go ahead and reinstall them and make sure that you do it right so that they don't fall off on the trails. As always, I'm Scott's Bike Builds, and thanks for riding with me today.